And we made it past 9,000 subscribers. I'd like to thank everybody that has subscribed to the channel and that has stayed subscribed to this channel, even though a lot of my content be all over the place. I get it. I appreciate y'all being here. That is crazy that I'm at 9,000 followers. I remember trying to even just get to 1,000 followers. What was it? A couple years ago, and to be already at 9,000 followers is crazy. I do love making content. That's why I make content about all sorts of stuff. So it has been a journey and it's been fun. YouTube for me is my favorite platform, mostly because it allows me to be myself. Out of all of the platforms that I used on this here internet, I am mostly me on here. Thank you, D Skizzle. Welcome in, man. I'm doing good, man. I'm off work early today. We don't have a lot of business this week. I think everybody is preparing for the weekend, you know. But yeah, I'm gonna keep at it. There's obviously a lot of stuff that I've promised my audience, of course, my cartoons and stuff. And I'm still working on them. Hey, Yara, thank you. Welcome in, Kanar. Welcome in, y'all. What's up? What's up? We're gonna talk about a whole lot of stuff today. I'm glad y'all are here. Last night before I laid down, no, I'm not. I'm not single. I'm not single. I'm seeing somebody. I was about to say, last night my girl was actually over here, and right before she laid down, right, so she lays down, I'm sitting here, I'm getting ready to join her and lay down. And you sweet, Yara, I appreciate that. What do I look for in a woman? I look for a woman that has, well, I guess like the woman I'm with, right? A woman that has her own stuff together. You know what I mean? She got her own life. She ain't all tripping about, me being over here by myself sometimes, whatever. You know what I mean? Like a woman that listens, a woman that I'm simple, dude. A woman that likes to feed me. This woman yesterday, I don't know if she saw my video or what, but she brought me like all these vegetarian lasagnas over here. So okay, okay, Yara. All right, I get you. It'll make me blush over here. But before she laid down, so I was about to lay down with her, right? And and I'm right here, and I look right next to the bed. There's, I don't know if y'all know what water bugs are. They're like these huge ass fucking desert roaches. They're like, the first time I ever saw one, I thought I was tripping. I was like, I know they don't get that big. Like a roach that big, right? Like I'm thinking about just like little cockroaches. No, these desert roaches are the type of like the big beetles that y'all would see outside. So I'm sitting here, I'm about to get in bed. I see a big ass fucking water bug walk across the wall right before I lay down. So I have to pull the bed out from the wall. I sit here stalking the motherfucker like a crazy person. I understand I was up here crazy. I was like, oh no, I'm doing battle. I'm doing battle. There's a water bug in here. So I end up turning, because they don't like the cold. So I end up turning on the air, made it real cold in here, and I end up drawing it out and end up killing his ass. But then I end up putting like bleaching stuff by my doors, because what they do is they come in through the cracks and then through the air conditioners, especially because I like it humid in here, but they love humidity. So you're in Australia. I've never traveled outside the United States ever. Thank you, Yara. I appreciate you. I really do. Florida got huge roaches too. You know what I'm talking about then. You know what I mean? Them big ass fucking, they just, and that shit just crawled across the wall. And I'm just like, yo, if that shit crawled on us in our sleep, what up, Petway boy? How you doing, sir? I would have just jumped out of my skin, and I would have been embarrassed. So I had to thug it out and find that motherfucker, because he ran all behind my stuff. I had to like pull stuff all out the goddamn closet and stuff. I just couldn't go to sleep with that thing in here. I could. And you in Australia, Yara, y'all got the big bugs out there. you can you go Yara, you gonna get me in trouble on here. You gonna get me in trouble in these streets. We could be friends. Y'all got fly roaches. I can't do it. I can't. That's crazy shit. Another thing that's been bothering me too. So, end up killing it, whatever. Go to work this morning, okay? And for whatever reason, people were just trying to run everybody over. I get over here. There's an old lady about to cross the street right before me. So I'm on my scooter, right? We're on the sidewalk. She's about to walk across the street. We have the right of way. The light had turned green. We both stand there for a second, okay? We don't even go yet, because we know what street we're on. We know that people are crazy. Right as that old woman put her foot off the curb. This freaking pickup truck just comes blazing past her. I'm like, oh, thank God that woman didn't get hit. Because literally just yesterday or this week, this man up the street, another route that I take, ran over two girls, a 17-year-old and a 19-year-old. He was in a car with his son. He hit all these cars, tripping out, right? Run these girls over. These are pedestrians. Run them into a wall. One of the girls died, and the other girl, the 19-year-old, is in critical condition. This is out here in Vegas. This is literally just not even, what is it, a month after where on the street that I work on, another dude ran over all of these fucking people. Then, I'm not done. I get off, so I go to the bus terminal where I go in the morning, get to my bus stop, get off the bus. I'm riding up the street where I go. All of a sudden, I see this girl veer off the road. Somebody then ran her off the goddamn road. Like literally, if I had been, let's say, not even 5 seconds ahead, she would have hit me. She veered off the road. She fucking goes up on the sidewalk and then just sits there in her car. So the dude that runs her off the road, so the way he's going, he tries to do, she makes a maneuver, goes off onto the sidewalk, and then he goes up and then stops, right? He just stops right there in the street. This motherfucker, now take in mind, I'm coming up. Now, she's off like this. I'm coming up. This motherfucker, it's funny now, but I was so heated, goes in reverse against us, the traffic that's going. I'm like, bro, don't fucking go in reverse. So he almost hits me. I have to hop up on the goddamn sidewalk. This is why I'm on the sidewalk. These motherfuckers out here will kill you and don't give a fuck about it. They will knock your ass off in a heartbeat. That's what I say. If you're on a bike, if you're on a scooter, fuck all of what they talking. If you ain't on the street with a bike path or anything, don't worry about it. Like, that's crazy. You know what I mean? The history of roaches, what the fuck? I have my passport, but Trump not letting us in the United States. Really? I didn't know that. Trump is like this motherfucker. I saw we doing bad here. I'm not gonna even hold y'all up. America is struggling. I know everybody ain't struggling. This ain't to the people that's not struggling. I get it. Some people ain't struggling. My girlfriend ain't struggling. I get it. Everybody ain't in an economic situation that a lot of us are in, but a lot of people here are fucking struggling. Okay, struggling, right? And the gas prices have shot up into places where it's never been as high as it is. I know in California it's over $8, which is insane. I knew I would be biking. That's already economic fucking oppression right there. All because they start this war over here in Iran. And there's so much I want to say about this, and I'm gonna go into it. I'm trying to reach y'all. Thank you, Gina. Welcome in, Gina. Why Trump not letting us in? Trump is doing a whole lot. I don't know what Trump is doing, honestly, and nobody here does. Not even his supporters know what Trump is doing. You could just feel the anger on the road nowadays. I don't respond. And D Skilzel, you're right. One day, what was it, like a couple weeks ago, my girl comes to pick me up from work. We pulling out. This motherfucker pulls up on the side of us, tell us to let down the window so he can cuss us out and shit. I start cussing at him. I'm like, bro, this ain't the time to be doing that. Like, because like right now, people are killing motherfuckers for getting out their car and approaching them. People for letting down their window and stuff. I mean, obviously, I'm just getting off of work. I did threaten a man, but fucking the audacity to let your window down. People are unhinged, and with as much as people are struggling here, people ain't got nothing to lose. People are like, you know what? This is my last day here on earth, and I'm gonna probably take you with me. That's where people's fucking mind are. People are unstable because people are not used to. A lot of people are not used to struggling. If you grew up with some struggle, or you even in your adulthood have to struggle a little bit, you know how to kind of deal with lack, right? But y'all got to take in mind, like I said, there are a lot of people that have never dealt with struggle and are going through struggle now for the first fucking time in this economy, and it's way too much for them to deal with. I heard y'all are being controlled by food. We could be. I wouldn't surprise me. It surprise me. After that, catching your live real time. I really love your video. Thank you. I am listening to Interpol, and Interpol is listening to us. Y'all use microwaves in America all the time. I don't use them that much. I'll use it to warm up food. If I don't like leftovers, I'm so picky about food. But yes, we do. Wait a second. I'm trying to catch up with the can't blame our struggles on Trump. No, I'm not blaming. Stop. I'm not blaming all of our struggles on Trump. I'm not. I'm just saying the economic weight of the gas and what he is doing to the economy right now ain't helping. I'm sorry, it ain't helping. And I'm saying is we have this. Listen, if y'all know me, I'm not a left or a right person. I believe that all the motherfuckers are corrupt. I believe that we're in a situation that we're in because we're designed to be in a situation that we're in. I believe we've been working towards this since the moment, like I say, like I always say, they started charging American citizens to drive their cars on the road. When they started forcing American citizens to pay third party companies insurance to drive on the road, I knew they had us by the balls, and I was a teenager. From that point on, it's been a slow degradation. I don't care who the president is, a slow degradation and erosion of our rights and our abilities to be people here in America. In a lot of places right now, it's illegal to be homeless. That's just to let you know where it is right now. It's illegal to be broke, pretty much, right? So that's why a lot of people feel a lot of moral shame when they are going through lack. Oh, I'm poor. It's a moral feeling. No matter the fact if they're working 2, 3 jobs on top of having to pay off student loans and all this other stuff, they still feel like it's a moral failing on their part because that's how we're indoctrinated to believe. Everything is about money. Everything is commodity. I don't know how to say that word, but y'all know what I mean. Commoditized or commoditized. I don't know. Some words I don't know off the top, but that like it. They monetize every goddamn thing. They're starting to charge for features that you have in your car. Heated seats, you're gonna have to pay a subscription. You want to use the GPS in your car, a subscription. Like what are we doing? At this point, you buy the car. Why the fuck do I have to pay the dealership to use features in the car that I already bought? Why am I paying a subscription fee to use features in a motherfucking car I bought? That's how crazy it's getting. And it's going to get like that to every little part of life to where they're charging you out the fucking nose. That's what capitalism is about. And this is not, oh, poo-poo capitalism, but that is the nature of the beast, to charge you pretty much to breathe. That at some point, they don't mind polluting the air or making us sick so that we have to pay for the fucking cure. Trust me, they don't. Because they'll have it. We'll have to pay for it. They got this what is it, hantavirus now? They talking about another pandemic. Come on, bro. Like what are we doing? Where are we at? It's a dystopian fucking nightmare here in America. So when people get on there and they talk about their struggle, oh shit, I'm drowning. I'm drowning under this financial debt. You will have these fucking people like, well, I'm not drowning under financial debt. All you have to do, people are doing everything that they fucking can. There are financially responsible people that are still drowning in this country just because of the way it's designed. It's insane. The American dollar is extremely weak. Commodified. There you go. I haven't seen the Michael Jackson movie yet, but I do want to see it. Yara, we won't get together and fight against the government because we have too many differences. As Americans, like, we have a lot of similarities. I think we're more similar across our religious differences and our racial differences than we like to admit, right? But ultimately, our petty differences are too they've done such a number on us mentally as Americans that it's hard for us to even come together to agree that we're being fucked. You understand? So like, let's say for instance, right now you have this back and forth between men and women about all this dumb shit. You have the back and forth about the racists, about all this dumb shit, right? You have this man, what is it, Chud the Builder, going around calling black people just for no reason nigger, just like people just out and about minding their fucking business, provoking them to see if they're going to commit violence. That's how he built this whole platform on this. Now, take in mind, not one black person has attacked this man yet and going out here and doing this shit, but this is what is salacious. And you know who supports him? All the little racist little boys and all the little fucking little dick little men who want to support that. These are the differences that will never bring us together to take down the machine. Ever, because we're too at each other's throats about dumb shit. There are people that hate people, literally hate people for the color of their skin or who they choose to sleep with. So you will never get together to be able to come together to come up with something decent. I'll give you a perfect example, right? I know I can come off as homophobic, but I'm not. I just don't like a lot of that community speaking on the nuclear family and straight issues when y'all don't have to deal with women. That's where I be at, right? But there's this individual, I think his name is Casanova Brown. He came up with this. I'm sorry, I'm gonna read the chat in a minute. He came up with this this trend right now called Age of Disclosure, right? And in the Age of Disclosure, he's telling everybody to come out and talk about their financial struggles. Don't be ashamed to come out here and talk about your financial struggles. Now, this is a gay man. Now, this is a gay man that's come together and brought together all communities to talk about their financial struggle in just doing a couple videos to do it, right? So I'm not going to sit up there and just dismiss oh, gay people because I have my prejudices towards. Does that make sense? Like, because I'm able to admit I do carry some prejudices, right? Y'all see that I make videos about this shit. Come on. But I'm not gonna sit there and dismiss somebody because of um my ignorance or my lack of being able to get over certain things with them. I'm not gonna just completely dismiss them because they'll come up with something like that. Because right now, that individual has men, women, black, white, all gay, straight, all talking about what this system is doing to them. And I can't help but give him a thumbs up for that, because there's a lot of people that would have never talked about what's happening to them in the system had this, you know, pause, handsome gay man came out and enticed everybody to come out because he was open about his situation. So a lot of people came out and was like, yo, this is what I'm going through too. But hold on, I'm going down the comments. Let me see. I was gonna talk about that. Now I'm sorry, I'm y'all. I said I was talking about that. Like y'all can read my mind. Then Nomad about that data center. That's kind of what I want to talk about in general. You know what I'm saying? Like these data centers that they're building all over the place. People in Utah. He mentions the 40,000 acre data center in Utah. The citizens there, almost unanimously are against it. They've gone to their city council, they've gone to their congressman, they've done everything that they legally are supposed to do as citizens of the United States to put out their dismay for what's happening, right? To say, okay, no, we don't want this data center here. How is it going to benefit us when all these 40,000 acres are not going to it's not going to be 40,000 acres of jobs. These data centers a lot of them are automated. A lot of them are in the dark. They're not even these data centers that have all these servers or whatever the fuck is in them. They don't even have staff on deck. So it's not like you're hiring a local population. So the local population is not benefit from it. So all these people get together, they tell their congressmen and all these other people that we don't want it. They said, fuck it, we're gonna sign this shit anyway. Now to the city councilman's credit, they said that they were blindsided by this. They said that Kevin O'Leary came through, their people came through so quick that they didn't know that they were almost forced to vote on it. But if you're forced to vote on something, then you fucking vote no, especially if it's going to go against the people. Because what's the point of a representative democracy if they're not representing us? And that's not what they're doing. Not on a fucking local level. So that's a local level. You talk about Utah, that's a local situation in Utah where they said they don't want it, and their local officials said, fuck you, we're going to do it anyway. So on a local level, the government's not working for the people. On a federal level, nobody wants these wars overseas. Everybody's saying that. I think they said under 35, 65% of the young adults under 35 are against this war. I don't know how it's not higher, but 65% that were polled are against this war overseas. Fuck them. We're going to have it anyway. So at some point, we don't have a representative democracy at all. We don't. We have motherfucking oligarchs that get on TV and tell us what they're going to do, and then we sit up here and we just have to be left holding the goddamn ball, and I'm tired of it. Then you have young people get on there and they're poignant and talk about, well, we don't have a future, we can't buy homes and stuff. They're pretty much telling them to shut the fuck up. And to me, I think that the young people should take that as, okay, since we can't talk to you motherfuckers, when we rule the world, y'all should punish all of the generations that have come before you that have fucked this world before you. If they want to build fucking data centers and robots to replace people, by the time y'all rule this world, when these motherfuckers need y'all to feed them a soft cracker and some motherfucking applesauce, y'all feed them fucking shit and fist. Fuck them. These motherfuckers don't deserve life. If they're gonna fucking... Ooh, let me stop. I'm sorry. I'm trying to be better, man. But I saw Geraldo. I'm gonna read some comments. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm so sorry. Oh man, I would love to quit my job and do YouTube full time, but I still gotta work. I still gotta clock in. I would love to visit Australia too. Our vlog cameras in Vegas, shit, all over the place. Jay Bird, I know, I'm sorry, I'm late on the comments, all over the place. There's one literally like right here, it's like right there. We have them all over the fucking place. But I live right here on Fremont, so it's bad. Like, but you have people like Kevin O'Leary, you have Geraldo, this young man. Oh my God, I'm forgetting his name. He's a young white dude. He got on TV yesterday and he just pretty much laid all this out, right? He did it in such a I give him, he's 23 years old. I gotta find his name. This young man got on CNN. He laid out the case for why we're all struggling and why we don't want these wars and all this. And all you have is these old heads that sold us something. The same people that sold us on Iraq and Afghanistan, literally the same people. Geraldo Rivera sitting up there saying he's an asshole because he's expressing how we, the American people, don't want to. They tried to shame this young man by saying you're not grateful for what your soldiers have done in the Middle East so far, bro. He never said anything against the soldiers. He doesn't want the soldiers to be used as pawns in order to fight a war that's not going to help this economy or help the people here. He don't want to see fucking young people go over there and die for you old people to fucking pad your pockets. Here we are, Geraldo Rivera with that fucking mustache still on TV selling war to people. Why do we allow that? That's what I'm saying. At some point, because he's not afraid. They're not afraid enough. They're not. I'm sorry. When they get on there and they tell us that what they're going to do, despite the fact that unanimously across the board, we telling them unanimously across the board, we like Epstein files. They like, no, we ain't gonna release them. At some point, what are we doing? Like, right? What are we like? At a certain point, we just letting them fuck us. That's what we doing. We letting them play in our ass, like Boston Richie. We letting them play in our ass. That's all we doing, and we ain't doing nothing about it. But it like, and everybody saying, well, what? How much talking and voting are y'all gonna do? Everybody talking about these midterms. Who fuck a midterm? It's both sides. Both sides are bought and paid for. So what the fuck are you voting for? When they tell you that there's only two sides that you could choose from, that should already tell you what that is all fucked up anyway. Both sides are bought and paid for. They both sell you on different bullshit that nobody wants to swallow, right? Either they're taking fucking rights away if the Republicans are in office, and if they not in office, the Democrats are selling you on this perverted fucking nonsense. Oh, drag time story show. We have to be inclusive to everybody. No, the fuck we don't. Like, what are we doing? Both sides are evil for all types of different reasons. We don't have to let everybody into our country to give them the stuff that we fucking work for and we pay taxes for. That doesn't make you not humanitarian. It makes you fucking smart. It makes you a goddamn citizen. It doesn't make you non-patriotic because you don't want war. But every fucking 5 to 10 years, these old motherfuckers get on TV and they start telling us that, you know who just died? Ted Turner. Ted Turner died peacefully as a billionaire. Most of these in his 80s, 87 years old. All of these billionaires, all these people that are fucking all these people that are going to build these data centers, all these people that are fucking poisoning the food, all these people that are doing this to us, they're not going to suffer any consequences, bro. A lot of them are going to live into their 80s. You got Trump up there joking, and I don't think it's funny for a president to joke about doing anything beyond his second term. I'm going to be in for another 8-9 years. But see, then we got to have a civil war. Because there are sycophants that'll suck up to that nigga despite. There are motherfuckers in this country that literally believe he's the second coming. Literally believe that motherfucker's Jesus. I don't care what your political affiliation is. None of these motherfuckers are Jesus. They're all feckless. You had Obama on TV yesterday, or what was it, 2 days ago. They asked him about the genocide. This nigga started studying. Couldn't even say what the fuck was fucking happening over there. Coward. All of them. Because they're all bought and paid for. That's what they are, bro. And then we sit up here and we goddamn suffer. Got to clock in and do all this other shit and suffer. Oh, you guys just have to adjust to inflation. These motherfuckers get on True Social and say, true Americans know how to adjust to hard economic times. No shit we do. But that don't mean that we should have to. How dare y'all? You understand? Like, at some point, and you know why they're able to get on there and say that? Because they're not afraid. They don't give a fuck because they're not afraid. When they sit up there and they tell you they're going to put billions into a ballroom that none of you motherfuckers are going to see, I'm not going to see, your kids are not, we're not going to see that shit, right? When they tell you they're going to put billions on you, but you can't even sleep outside in your fucking car, that tells you everything that you everything that you need to know about this fucking country. Everything that you fucking need to know about this country. When the young people can't even in their mind, they can't even fathom getting a partner and getting a house because they can't afford it, we have a problem, y'all. And we can't sit here and act like we don't have a fucking problem. At some point, something has to give. And if they want to sit up there and they want to lock us into another pandemic, I say I can't say what I want to say, but I'm just going to say, y'all know what I want to say. Let them lock us down again. I don't think we should just come out of it and just start just taking it up the ass again. Fuck that. That's crazy shit, bro. I'm sorry, y'all. Just be two wings of the same plane, Kennard. Yep, it's crazy, bro. And you keep saying John Connor, and You had James Cameron, the director of Terminator. He came out on, what was it, a couple weeks ago. He started talking about like these data centers. He started talking about AI, and from his perspective, I mean, this is the guy that wrote and directed Terminator. This is far beyond his imagination when it came to Skynet. What the fact that there are no guardrails on these machines that they want to just put into every fucking thing is a problem. Now, I'm not completely anti AI. There are things I believe that AI should be, that AI is perfect for. Video games, AI would be amazing if there was like, oh yeah, all this AI technology, video games. You go and talk to NPCs, it's always a different, every NPC has a personality, y'all. That would be great. Upscale in video games, stuff like that, amazing, right? I think that stuff is fine. Medical stuff, as far as diagnosing certain things that maybe a human won't see, even as far as surgeries, as far as like the precision of the machines and everything. Absolutely, I think there's a place for it. But in some of the applications that they're trying to use AI for, I don't see how it's even practical and how it's just not in a fucking way. It doesn't need to be in everything. And the fact that they're willing to sacrifice like so much how the fuck do we have a data center here in Las Vegas when Lake Mead is drying up? We're at 25%. They're talking about we're gonna probably be down to 15% by the end of the year. And them turbines in fucking Hoover Dam are kaput. They're done. This city is about to die. It's about to die. Literally. Like, unless they can figure out how to fill that motherfucking lake up, like, I don't know where we're gonna get our water from. I don't know what we're gonna do. I don't. But they talking about building data centers. Like, what is these data centers really? Like, do y'all really like, because they say that they're servers or they're like, but y'all got servers for everything. How much data are we crunching? Right? Because ain't we already crunching the data? I'm talking to y'all right now. Y'all are receiving the data, right? Like, if you type in here, you're putting data in there, right? The data's going. Why do we need all these fucking data centers? What is this really for? And once again, I believe we're building Skynet. Y'all say John Connor, but Skynet, that's what they're building. What the fuck else is this? 40,000 acres of server space? Of what are we doing? No. Like, some people even theorize, what if these data centers are actually concentration camps and we just don't even know it? I have it written down, 2,700 new data centers being built over the next few years here in the United States of America. 2,700. For what? Is the internet gonna get faster? Like, what do we need all these data centers for? I believe personally that they're building their machine god, or there's some credence to these being fucking concentration camps. Why do you need that much acreage for a data center? Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand, and it could be because I just don't understand. Like, but I really don't. The data center, it would affect Lake Mead too. That's what I'm saying. And they're suffering in Utah because of what's going on with the Colorado River too. So I don't get it. Same with Denver. Thanks to Palantir. Now they want to move there. That's what I'm saying. What are we doing? That's what I'm saying. I don't understand, y'all. I don't get what's happening, and it's actually creepy, because when you look at the amount of space that's needed for these data centers, and I get that they're saying, okay, quantum computing, right? Because that's what I can only think about. Quantum computing requires so much energy or something like that, blah blah blah. Because quantum computing, what people don't understand about quantum computing was once theoretical, but when you would in practicality, quantum computing is almost predicting the future in some aspects. That's how fast this shit is. You feel me? And I can understand, like, but at some point, what was it? Zach Galifianakis. I can't say his last name. The dude from Hangover. They had an interview with him. Conan had an interview with him, and he likened AI, and I love this analogy, to the second biting of the apple. And I completely agree. I feel like we're on the cusp of fucking ourselves. Like, completely fucking ourselves out of like everything. And even these rich people that think they're going to control these machines, you're not going to control these things, bro. I just always think back to one of my favorite scenes in all the movie history is Agent Smith talking to Morpheus when he had him kidnapped. And he says, I hate this place. This zoo, this prison, this reality, whatever it is, it's the smell, you know? He's like, I hate it. He says the longer I'm here, the more I feel saturated by it. And he takes the sweat off of him. He's going insane because he's not meant to exist in a physical world, right? And what he perceives as a physical world, this matrix. And to me, it seems like that's what they're building, a fucking matrix. Like, what? Why? Like, what's the point? Are y'all trying to fight something? Is this something that we don't know about that's coming, that y'all need this much computing power to compete with? It's not about commerce no more. They have all the money in the world. They have all the property. They have all the land. They have our minds. They control the food. They control. Why? Why? What's the point? There's something deeper than just what's on the surface. There's more to this than just what they tell us. Like, and I don't know if it's the autism kicking in, but I know it, bro. Let me see how I'm doing. You understand, but it's not according. Yeah, it's all going according to plan. That's how I feel like this is the design. I think it's just for those beings, though, not the original beings. Surveillance. It eats up. It's all fucked up. Agent Smith was a program that became self-aware. Exactly. What's to say that one of these things that, like an Agent Smith, y'all make an Agent Smith that's supposed to control us, but it turns against you, just like Agent Smith turned against the creator in the Matrix. The Agent Smith became his own thing. He wasn't listening to any of the program or anything. He lost it, and he completely, destroyed the program by the end of it. I mean, obviously Neo stopped it, and the creator and all that, whatever, blah blah blah. But the fact that he became so corrupted, what's to stop y'all creating something so smart? Oh my God. It would be like a monkey creating a human, right? If a monkey created a human being, the human being is going to dominate the monkey, right? Because we're smarter than monkeys, right? We're creating what's going to replace us. It's about intelligence. In that same conversation, Agent Smith, and I'm telling you, it's one of my favorite that scene is one of my favorite. He says the moment we started thinking for y'all civilization, it was no longer y'all civilization. It was our civilization. These kids can barely read, okay? They barely can do reading comprehension. AI is going to be doing all the reading for them. Their phones are going to be doing all the reading for them. Machines are going to be our society. You understand? What movie? That's let me see. Matrix 1, yeah, and Revolutions. Yeah, those two. Yeah, Alex knows exactly what I'm talking about. I'm sorry. Yeah, those are the two movies. The people who terraform Earth, right? Oh, you're talking about the original they. It just I don't know. It's exciting to be alive, but it's an exciting time to be alive. But at the same time, it also scares me. And it also scares me because, there's not a lot we could do about it, except enjoy the ride. It's like being on a roller coaster that's going off the rails and you can't do shit about it, but just enjoy the fucking ride, And I just don't know what to do. I like to think about suggestions and stuff, but I even think about, okay, if I lose my job, what do I do? What do I do from here? Do I want to go and work at another job? What do I do? This is all stuff. This is the car surveillance stuff I was telling y'all about.
Congress officially mandated that by 2027, every single new car has to have cameras that watch your eyes, and your car can literally decide if you're allowed to drive or not. So this is not a bill, and it is not a proposal. It was actually already signed into law back in 2021. Every single new car sold in America by 2027 has to have infrared cameras on your steering column.
Every vehicle manufactured is going to have a kill switch in it. The car itself will monitor your driving, and if the car thinks that you're not doing a good job driving, it will disable itself.
They're saying that these cameras would not only just track your eye movement, but also your pupil size and your head position the entire time you're driving. If the camera decides that you're impaired, it can prevent the car from starting, or it can slow you down mid-drive. Hello? The agency that's in charge of this entire thing just told Congress that the technology isn't even ready yet because there has been so many mistakes. Even at 99.9% accuracy of this software, millions of sober drivers would be locked out of their own car every single year. Your car could literally shut you out of it because of sunlight or because you looked away for 1 second. So that's the problem. There is no federal opt-out, and Congress is literally fighting about it right now to decide whether or not they're going to keep it or end it. So the question really is...
I think they decided to keep it. So, that's that. You know what I mean? What are we doing? Oh, Siege, the second Renaissance Part 1 and 2 are terrifying because that shit is coming above any other visuals that I see when I think about AI. That movie is what plays in my head, is the second Renaissance. Even how they detail our symbiotic relationship with the machine, right? It's so well done. I'm so glad you brought that up. If y'all haven't seen it, it's an animated short that came out, I believe, with the Animatrix, and it's called The Second Renaissance Part 1 and 2. If y'all haven't seen that shit, it's short. Go watch it. It's about, I believe it's not even 15 minutes. The both parts. You can watch both parts in no time, okay? Fuck, that shit is creepy. We need a Neo. I hope there's a Neo somewhere. You know what I'm saying? I hope there's somebody that's like, nah, I can't do all this. I can't do this. But what it is that people that are born into power and are born into ruling the world, they don't see this as a problem. They're conditioned to see this as progress. A lot of them don't see this as anti-human. They don't see it as evil. They don't see it as trying to control the masses. They look at it as, well, somebody got to control y'all. Why not us, right? They don't look at it as, that the human spirit wants to be free. The human spirit wants to be detached from all of these machines sometimes. It's not that we don't want to be able to utilize them to make our lives comfortable, but at the same time, we still want to be animals in the purest sense of the word. You know what I'm saying? And the machine is pulling us more and more away from that, more and more away from who we are as human beings. And it's scary. The movie's called Disclosure Day, movie next month. That's what I hear. And then they're not humans. That's the thing. I don't think so either, Petway Boy. And so they're about to reveal, supposedly, we're about to have this whole disclosure, and they're about to tell us that these aliens are fighting each other, and that we need that. I'm telling y'all, this is all about the Watchmen. They're gonna fake some type of alien situation, and it's gonna scare the shit out of us. And whatever control that they feel that they're lacking, they're going to gain because of the alien invasion, right? Over the last month, even just here in Vegas, so many UFO sightings have been popping up all over the valley. There was one out here in the Western Valley that somebody showed in broad daylight. A white Tic Tac. There was a few people that showed this one. White Tic Tac that sat right over there over Mount Charleston. And then right out here by Nellis, there was a stream of lights that a lot of people filmed the other night. So no telling what the fuck is going on, right? But I just know if all these UFOs start appearing in the air, I'm going to be skeptical. It's not going to work. I don't think so either. I think too many people are like, whatever, but it depends on what type of pressure they apply. You know what I'm saying? Hungry mouths, they take away food, they take away some comforts, and then the aliens are here. We don't know what we'll believe. You know what I mean? I wish I want to see a UFO so bad. Honestly, Kennard, I think that they're everywhere. I don't think that they're just here. Like, if I'm being honest with you, I literally think they're sitting all over the place. There's this glass. Oh my God, I'm trying to look it up. It's called Hold on, look it up. It's a glass. It's illegal. You can't have it. You're not supposed to have it, at least. I'm gonna look it up and see if Google a lot of times don't pop up stuff. So I'll go on TikTok to look it up. Let me see, or on X, because Google is just trash. It's just ass now. Diasine glass. Diasine glass. Yeah, diasine glass. So this is how you'll spell it. I'll show y'all. Let me show y'all. It's Dianycine. Diasine glass. Diasine glass is supposedly what they originally used in the original infrared goggles that a lot of soldiers used in Vietnam. Okay, the diasine glass supposedly allows the human eye to see things on a spectrum that we're not supposed to see. And when people put these glasses on, you see shit that you're not supposed to see. And one of the things that was reported out of Vietnam was that a lot of the soldiers there was wearing their infrared. Because remember, if y'all notice, infrared is infragreen now. It's not infrared. But back in the day, it was infrared. And they put these glasses on. They saw like all these demons flying around their helicopter and shit with these glasses. So what the government did was they made them illegal. So you can't really like buy it, right? You have to like make the shit, right? And this person in Russia had some of this glass, okay? And so he showed, I don't know if it's a trick. It could have been a trick. Yeah, I don't know. But he put the glass over his camera lens. And every time he put the glass over his camera lens, you see all these UFOs. And they're not like randomly spaced out. They're like, it's almost like they're in a geometric, like if you was to like go like, let's say every 3 miles, there's a UFO sitting almost like in a pattern. So every time he turn, if you look 3 miles down that way, UFO. Look another 3 miles in the same direction, that UFO. But you have to put the glass over it to see it. Your eyes can't see it. I think they're all over the fucking place. I do. I really fucking believe that. I just believe we don't see it. I believe sometimes when your pet be sitting there looking at shit, they're seeing something that we cannot see. We just can't see it. You know what I'm saying? It could be harmless. It could be, but we just don't see it. We're not designed to see everything. The ultra terrestrials. You've never seen one in the South and you're in Tennessee. Just look. It's gonna take a while, but you're gonna see one. And the way I always say, best way to go is to always look at things that are not making a natural pattern, right? So out here you can easily see UFOs. Like there's a lake searchlight that my homegirl took me to a couple years ago. Me and a couple of homegirls went out there, and we go out there, and at searchlight you can see all these stars, right? Like it's like this lake in the middle of the desert, right? And there's like boats and stuff, but when you look up, there's barely any lights out there. You can see all the stars, and if you keep looking, you could see the Foo Fighters. You could see these little UFOs flying back and forth. And the way that you catch it, and the way I always say it, where you could tell between a UFO or maybe like some space debris or a shooting star, space debris, UFO, Starlink, they usually always go in one direction. They'll like shoot, you'll see it go like that, or you'll see it streak across you'll see a satellite streak across the sky kind of slowly like that, right? It'll go like, you can see it, you could like keep your eye on it and see it. UFOs do shit like this. You'll see it moving like that, and then it'll stop, or it'll do this shit. It's impossible. Shit don't do that, right? So when you somewhere where you can see a lot of stars, pay attention to those patterns. Those are not stars. Those are not shooting stars. Those are UFOs. When you see the little twinkly light things that are flying over, that's Starlink. That's not a UFO. The first time I saw that shit tripped me out. I'm coming out the house, I see these fucking twinkly shits. I'm like, what the fuck is that? I have to look at it with Starlink. Let me see. All this change happening, then keep paying. Yeah. And you know what? I'm trying to say your name. Aisha Center. Or I'm not saying that. You say all this change happening, but then y'all keeping around bills, keep paying bills and all that stuff. That's where I feel guilty. I do. I feel a little bit of guilt to me because I know I'm living in a time where all of a sudden shit's going to change, and shit is changing rapidly around us. But I know one day it's not going to matter if I go to work, but yet I'm continuing to play the game. I'm continuing. Oh, I got to pay the bills. Oh, I'm going to buy my toys, and I'm going to get a game. All the little creature comforts here. I feel guilty about because we are living we're living in a profound time. We're living in a revolutionary time. And I feel like, I'm a character in this, and whether or not like I die or not, I should insert myself into this because it's my world too, right? But when I pray on it, I know some of y'all don't like that, but when I pray on it, I'm always told to watch, just watch. My job here is not to do nothing, but to observe, right? And I don't like that because I'm hard-headed, and there are things that I want to do to affect this change. There's things that I want to do to put my name in history and all that. But what is that? That's ego, right? And these are the things that I like meditate on, and I'm like, you got to get that up out of you. I'm not Neo. I'm not John Connor. I don't want to be that, right? I mean, I do want to be that, but I don't want to be that. At the end of the day, I wouldn't want the weight of the world on my shoulders. I wouldn't want to be martyred without seeing this through. Like, honestly, if I'm being completely honest with you, obviously everybody would want to inspire the generations to come after them to fight the good fight and all that other stuff. But at the end of the day, I want to see it through too. There's creature comforts in this world that I want to experience and all that stuff too. And sometimes I feel guilt about that because I know none of it fucking matters. If y'all sitting here literally telling me that y'all got niggas coming back from 52,000 years in the future, 47,000 years in the future, y'all telling me y'all got aliens underground fighting. I done seen so many fucking UFOs myself. Y'all telling me there's about to be disclosure, these data centers, AI, all that. Like, it's an amazing time to be alive, but fuck, man. Bills don't make sense at this point. It don't. It's just like, bro, like, and every month, right? Like, my phone bill always falls around the fucking 12th, like, and it's like the money just never hits just right. So every month when my phone bill hit, I'm broke the whole fucking week. And my phone bill is only $60. I don't do that. I don't do that plan shit. I'm prepaid all the way, baby. But that's even that $60, sometimes an extra $60 just come and it's like, ah, shit, I gotta pay my phone bill this week, right? Like, so little shit like that. And a lot of people are going through different struggles for different reasons. You feel me? I saw a video from a med student, okay? Like a med student. Like, you would think that this woman's making all types of money, having come out of medical school, got her career. This woman had $28 in her account, okay? Because she's paying back $500,000 in student loan debt. $500,000 in student loan debt is crazy work. On top of having to, and people try to keep up with the Joneses too. If you're a doctor or you something, you ain't gonna be living in the hood. You're gonna want to live someplace decent, right? Because you're making decent money, but at the same time, you still caught in that trap too. Every level you get to, whether you are down here at the low level is harder because there's a lot of other pitfalls that come along with that. But when you get into the middle, because when you're in the lower class, you don't have the protection of lawyers. So the law can always fuck you. Obviously, like I mentioned earlier, it's illegal to sleep outside, all that other stuff. When you move up a little bit, yeah, you have a little bit more protection from the law and from the state because you can afford certain things. You can bail yourself out. You can get lawyers, stuff like that. But even still, you're still in a trap in order to stay in that economic position to have those comforts, right? Lack even a little bit, get laid off and be laid off for a significant amount of time, you fall back into into this lower category to where you fucking struggling again. You understand? But even when you get to this higher level, you're dealing with shit that sometimes you don't want to deal with. You have to sell pieces of yourself that you don't want to sell, but you have no choice but to sell it because you're at that level, right? Let's say I'm making let's say even $2 million a year for whatever reason, right? I'm gonna have staff, okay? So even though there's times where I'll say, fuck all this money, fuck this and this and that, I have to consider my staff. I have to consider the people that now depend on me. I have to consider my family. I have to consider things, right? So there are compromises that I see a lot of these people make that because they're in that position to where they have all these people that they have to take care of, that if they were solo or they're by themselves, they wouldn't sell that part of their soul, you know what I'm saying? Or they butthole, you know what I'm saying? To be famous and all that other shit, you know what I mean? Like me, there's a limit to how much of myself I'm willing to sell. You understand what I'm saying? Anything physical, I'm not about to do with you for no fucking money. You know what I mean? Because at that point, what's the point of me being an autonomous fucking person if you could just use me however the fuck you want to use me? This goes for male or female. It ain't just about niggas playing in your butt. None of that shit. I'm saying in general because women will do it too. You can get bought. You can be sold. You can sell yourself. And I know some men will want to be in that position because, oh, that's the best of both worlds. I'm getting some pussy and I'm selling. But bro, that's a piece of yourself because you have to be ready and available whenever that person wants you to be ready and available. I can't do that. I wouldn't want to do that to no capacity. If I want to mention something that a fucking foreign nation is doing, I should be able to mention that without it fucking up the bag, without it fucking up all these endorsements and money and all this other stuff that's coming out. But that's not how it works. These people, Obama the other day, the reason he's stumbling all over himself because his money is tied into what he can and cannot say. You can sit there and say, oh, he's powerful this, but that showed me right there he had no power whatsoever because he couldn't even get his words out to even criticize. Oh, we got to be careful about how we mention words and what, nigga, what? What are we saying? We talking about genocide, my brother. Like, what are we saying? Like, what are we saying? You know, but when you bought and paid for, when you at that level, there's parts of yourself that are bought and paid for. And when you break a contract like that, when you go off script, they don't want the money back. That ain't how you pay it back. They want blood. The biggest currency in this world has always been blood. It's never been money. Money is an illusion. It's a means to an end. Like it's always to control that lower class and that middle class. But the people up top, you know what they care about? Blood. Always blood. Bloodlines, legacy, wars, blood sacrifices, blood is the currency. You go against the grain, I give you $10 million to do what I asked you to do, right? And you go off script, I don't want the fucking money back. You understand? I want your blood, and maybe not even your blood. I want your children's blood. I want your mother's blood or your father's blood or your cousin's blood. That's where the sacrifices come from. And that's why these people are like, oh shit, I had to do it. I had to do it because if they didn't sacrifice this person, then it's a whole lot of people that's gonna come up missing, or a whole lot of people gonna have misfortune throughout their life. You understand what I'm saying? And when you get into those rooms, they listen to the niggas that have gotten up to the door but never went through the door. They'll tell you all about it. They tell you when you get to that point, you're dude. Whenever the devil comes to you, really, when the devil really comes to you, because the devil has come to me many times, okay? The devil doesn't just invade your life. You understand? The devil don't just, and sometimes the devil will come through other people and all the other shit and try to affect you that way. That's how the universe works. He's the Lord of lies. But when the devil comes to you directly to you, you have to invite him in. You have to let that nigga in. You can turn him away. You can say no. You can always say no, I'm good. But when the devil comes, the devil don't just come with like bullshit. The devil comes with the best shit possible. The devil don't come with that. The devil comes with the heat. The devil don't come ugly. He doesn't come in horns. Sometimes he don't even come as a he. Sometimes he comes as exactly what you need, what you want to see, what you want to experience. You understand? And when he comes into your life, you know clear as day that my soul is on the line. That I can sell this proverbial soul that I may or may not believe in and get all the riches of the world, or I can maintain my bodily autonomy and the autonomy of my fucking immortal soul by saying, fuck off, devil. I don't bow to Satan. I don't bow to the forces of fucking evil, no matter how tempting no matter how much they may tempt me. You understand? And trust me, they tempt me. They do. My entire fucking life, they have. That's why I pray. The demons are always there. They're going to always be there. They're going to always entice you to do this and put yourself on the line here and put this person on the line and throw this person under the bus and climb over this person. Always. It's always an option, bro. It's always a way to not struggle, right? There's always a way to be in a better position here in this world. But sometimes you got to be willing to do dirty things. You got to be willing to get rid of your morality and pieces of your fucking self in order to get there. But when you get there, a lot of people think that they can get those pieces back, but those pieces of yourself never come back. They never do. 500. Nah, that's never getting paid off. It's never getting paid off. 500. Yeah, y'all think I'm lying? I'm gonna pull her up right now. I got this video right here. 500K. No, it's not. It's never getting paid off, especially with her interest. Sure it is. She even showed the receipts. Is this her? Yep. Here she is. Look at this.
I am so stressed out about my med school student debt. I just matched a few days ago into my dream program that I could have never imagined I would ever match into. And still, it's hard to fully enjoy because all I can think about is this.
Look at that.
This is terrifying.
Oh shit, I don't know if y'all can see that.
This is my current student debt.
Oh my god, focus, god damn it.
I'm pretty sure this has all 4 years included.
5.
And this is my bank account
I'll tell y'all.
currently.
She is $508,233.57 in debt. And this lady, and you just heard her, she's got into her dream program. She got $28 in her bank account because of fucking debt. She'll never pay that shit off. Never. That's the whole point. Never. Exactly, Pat Wayboy. But a lot of people think just because, oh, I'm going to get this career, I'm going to go to school, it's going to guarantee me this future. My generation, especially millennials, that was hammered in us. Go to school, you're going to be, that's how you're going to have a good life. If you go to college, they didn't tell you what to go to college for. They like, okay, I'm going to tell you, let's go back in time to 1999. Okay, I graduated in 2001. I know I'm old. 1999, counselors coming in there telling you about college. Got to get into college. That's all everybody talking about. What college you going to? College. Oh, I got to go to college because I got to have a good life, especially living in Southern California. Everybody got to go to college, right? One thing about me is I always think, well, what would I go to college for? At the time, I did not know what I wanted to do. So my grades were so fucking high that the counselors were because they get, I don't know if they get credits or whatever. They put me in all these fucking AP classes. They start telling me, oh, you got to start applying for these colleges and stuff. You're going to get a scholarship. Just keep it up. What they didn't understand is at the time I was fucking homeless. It wasn't that I was smart. I didn't have nothing else better to do but schoolwork. I didn't have shit else to do. I got off of school. Sometimes I'll sit at McDonald's all goddamn day. I just did homework. What the fuck else am I gonna do in a fucking hotel room, right? It wasn't about, it had nothing. But anyway, AP classes, all this other bullshit. So you got to go to college. Nobody's ever saying. I keep telling this counselor, Mr. Rosenthal. I remember his name because I fucking hated this motherfucker. I don't know what I want to do. I don't know what I want to do with my life. So why the fuck would I sign any contract or go into debt and I don't know what I want to do? As a person at that time, I did not know what I wanted to do. But they were telling everybody in my class, everybody in my generation, you got to go to college. It don't matter. You'll figure it out. You'll figure it out while you're in school. You know why? Because they were selling us debt. That's what they were doing. They were purposely doing it. There was no guarantee. Listen, y'all would think with us being a millennial, they would have been preparing us for devices and social media and all. They had no idea this shit was coming. So I graduated in 2001. They had no idea that right around the corner, smartphones was about to be the biggest fucking revolution, and Facebook, and they had no idea. My teachers, even in 2001, had no idea that this was about to be the future. None. But they were telling us, oh, y'all got to go to college for shit that wouldn't even matter in this time. Not even 20 fucking years later, okay? Wouldn't even fucking matter because they had no idea. They sell people on debt. I'm not saying that college is useless. When you go to college for a career that's going to pay you and you do it with a plan that's not going to put you in debt into perpetuity, yes, college is fan-fucking-tastic, okay? But when you go to college, some people go to college for some dumb shit. You go to college for anything art degree related, and I'm telling you, no, dumb, stupid, don't do it. I have friends, okay? Some of the best artists that I've ever known, okay? Met in high school, went to fucking Cal Arts, all of that. Hired at Disney, great careers, amazing artists, experimental animation, all the whole fucking jazz. Laid off. You know why? Because of AI. Because they're going with different digital fucking art is more viable now than the cell shaded hand-drawn shit that the homegirls and the fucking people that I knew back in school would do. And their art looked amazing. Way better than any other 3D shit that I do. But the 3D shit that I do, you know, the difference between what I do and what they do, you can replicate what I do. You can turn what I do into, a YouTube video and make, and people just watch it. Or you can turn it into something that, I can take the character and we can just market it. You can always copy and paste something that you make digital because you made it digital. But when I hand draw something, that's more expensive to do cell animation, experimental animation like that. But they don't give a fuck, right? All these people pay, and those people, some of those people that I know are still paying down those student loans right now to go to Cal Arts, and they no longer work at Disney. Because it's not there. You know what I'm saying? Like, are you graduating in 2001 too? Uh-oh. No, fuck Mr. Rosenthal. I hated that motherfucker. That motherfucker would stress me out so bad. He'll pull me out of class. He would literally try to get me to force me to sign shit. He called my mom so many fucking times about this college shit. And my mom's like, you have to talk to him about that. Like, and I'm telling my mom, I'm not doing this right now. When I figure out what I want to do, which would be way longer after that, way after fucking school, Then, you know, look at this girl. This other girl I saw. This girl went to school, and I feel bad for her, honestly, because look at this shit. I mean, she seemed like a sweet girl, so I feel bad for her. But here it is.
I just looked at my student loans. Who let an 18-year-old take out loans? Oh my God. It's so ridiculous. The interest rate is insane. My loans are at 60K right now. I'll end up paying over double that by the end of my loan. Like, that's, oh my God. I
That's
didn't
crazy.
even finish school. I did 3 years of college, and I'm gonna end up paying $120,000
Jesus.
for a degree I don't even have. I'm 38 years old. I'm never gonna own a house. I'm gonna be in debt the rest of my life. I didn't even want to go to college. I wanted to do like a 2-year school, but everyone made me feel like an idiot for not going to a university.
Yeah.
$120,000 of debt for what? And they want 20% of my income.
20%.
20% of my income? That is like an insane amount of money. I feel like I took bad advice as an 18-year-old.
People about to get their check garnished like niggas on like me, like niggas on child support because they took out a student loan when they were 18. Niggas is literally, y'all know, they just put in that thing, oh, we're gonna start garnishing wages for them student loans. 20% of her income in this economy for a degree that she doesn't have. That's what I would be going through right now. I would be going through that plus child support. Fuck that. Or those house challenges, they were trash, Siege. Mine told me to do what makes the most money. Right. Fuck being happy. Just do what makes the most money. Yeah. Go to school for this. Because I think they get some type of the school or the counselors, they get some type of something for that. That they get incentivized for how many people go to college, which I get. I understand. And if you're a minority, especially, it's like, oh yeah, we gotta push this nigga through. And that's what, honestly, I think that's what a big part of it was with me, because it was like this whole affirmative action bullshit. It was like, we gotta get this nigga in college. We gotta get this nigga on the roster. And I was like, I don't. That shit is crazy. I graduated in 2011 and was told to get into the arts and university. The counselor indirectly tried putting people in debt. Get into the arts is crazy. Going to college for art, anything art right now is crazy. Anything even after 2011 is crazy, because everything that you can learn art wise, you can do it through YouTube. Everything, anything that you need to learn production wise, I've taught everything like that's digital production wise. I learned here on YouTube. Swear to God, I went to school way back after I got out of fucking school in 2000. No, after I fucking deserted. So it was way back in fucking 2005. I went to school for graphic and web design at ICDC College. The first ICDC, the very first ICDC college I went to, it was like in a suite in some like old building on Victory and Van Nuys Boulevard in fucking the San Fernando Valley. And I went there for graphic and web design, and I had a Ukrainian teacher who chain smoked. She sounded like this. She was sweet, right? But she didn't know shit about what she was teaching us, okay? She didn't know shit about HTML. She didn't know shit about fucking web design. She didn't know shit about graphic design. She didn't know nothing about it, right? But there was one of the students, it was this Asian girl, okay? She taught the class everything. Like, anytime it was like, oh, how do I do this? She'd be like, oh, she knew everything about Photoshop. She knew everything about Illustrator. And she taught me so much about that stuff. The problem with that was, okay, graphic and web design, you'd think in the early 2000s, oh man, get into web design. That's a great, horrible career decision. Because shortly after that, you had Web 2.0. And with Web 2.0, you really didn't need HDMI fucking web designers. Y'all can go right now and design y'all own website. Y'all never have to hire a nigga. Y'all can go like right now, literally, to fucking like GoDaddy or any of these sites and just design your shit in 5 minutes for what I went to school for. Literally, I'll do it. Like, the technology way surpassed. Same thing with graphic design. Back in the day, being able to like, oh, I can make logos and man, you can just go on fucking chat GPT or go on fucking Copilot and have it make you a logo in like 2 seconds. And I went to school for that. I was in school for that shit, bro. And this is just how fast technology changes. And then I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna learn 3D animation. Took me and shout out to my last girlfriend. She was like, yeah, take a year off, learn this shit, right? And I took a year off. Credit to her, I did. I sat up there, fucking learned that shit, got good at it, and now what? Half the shit that I learned, I can literally have AI do it for me. I don't even have to do it. I spent 2 fucking months learning how to do crowds, like actual fucking crowds without fucking making my computer blow up. Okay. Now I could just like write a prompt and I can have like all of like, it's ridiculous, bro. It's crazy. I'm trying my best not to laugh. It's okay. Everybody laughed at that shit, especially once Romeo started advertising ICDC college. Oh, I didn't hear the end of it. My brother, my friend, like anytime that commercial came on, ICDC, because they end up opening up another facility where like probably like a few blocks away, and that was like their like a little official college, and that's where they started getting their branding. But all that's just the same shit. It don't matter, bro. If you can teach yourself a skill outside of fucking school that's going to get you, that's going to be profitable or get you, nobody can predict what tomorrow is going to bring. That's what I'm trying to say. If you can figure something out that's going to put you ahead of everybody else, or put you just something that somebody hasn't thought of, and you're like, oh damn, I'm going to do that. Do it. Just do it. In that time, making YouTube videos, even though YouTube was like a new thing, was like, yeah, nobody's gonna, why make YouTube videos? Nobody would have ever known that YouTube would have became such a business. Nobody ever would have known that shit. Nobody thought that back then. We didn't. You would think that we would think that, but we didn't think that. We didn't think that social media would be something. We just was on here having fun. You go back to MySpace, we were just having fun. I got in trouble so many times for my top 8, because of bitches. Because of bitches. You know, it's because of me. But because, you know, you have to move your top 8 around, and if you move you move somebody in another thing, you're gonna get a fucking text asking you what this is about, or what we have, or a chirp. It was different back then. It's now everything is fucked up, man. The internet is like so like, ugh. It's like now sometimes it is like really fun, like still, but it ain't like it used to be, man. I know I hate being that nostalgic person. Oh, it ain't as good as it used to be. But the internet used to be a blast, man. It used to be so much fun. And it wasn't like all of the extra shit with it, right? Before all of the fucking algorithms took over and everything, the internet was like, it was good. It was good. It was good. It was. It really was. I don't know. I just had to, I don't know. Yeah, you can easily ask ChatGPT to design. You can ask ChatGPT to design you an app if you know how to do it. Yeah. Yeah. All this stuff, it's different. So I even think about like, for the people that are in school now learning things, like in 10 years, what is their utility going to be with all this technology replacing it? And some people, the people that I love, and I wish I had their optimism, they say, well, once the robots take over, we're going to be free to just do everything, just think and be free. And I'm like, y'all really think they're going to let us do that? Y'all really think they're going to just make a world where the robots are doing all the work for everybody, and we just have robot slaves, and we're just all happy, and we get to just go and learn when we want to learn, and we get to just be, you know, recreational people? That's not going to fucking happen, bro. And I'm not saying that it shouldn't happen. I'm saying it's not going to happen because of the people that are in power. They don't want that. They would never want that to happen, right? They would never want that to happen. Like, let people being happy? Come on. That's crazy. But y'all, I'm going to get off of here. It's 4:30. I did get off of work kind of early today, and I just came right here, put this fucking thing on, and went live. I haven't even fucking cleaned up or nothing. I just came in here and just wanted to talk. Because this morning, I got kind of triggered. I ain't gonna even hold you up. And and if my girl sees it, I'll tell her later, but I have to apologize because she had to hear my rant this morning, and so y'all gonna have to hear it. And I did do like a short before I went to work about it, and it's about every day I keep seeing all these videos telling black men, y'all need to get therapy, go to therapy, all this bullshit, right? And I agree. Some men can use somebody that they can talk to that's going to actually sit there and listen to them for a minute. I saw this black man. He was talking about his experience when he was 3, how his mother left him. She got in the truck with this dude and drove off. I think I can find the video. But as he's telling this story, you could tell like he probably never like really opened up like that and told the fucking story like that. And the man started crying, and I started tearing up watching this man tell this story, right? So I know, like, and I know in my heart, I know sometimes I know I can use therapy. And I've had therapy, but there's an issue with therapy a lot of the times, bro. It's like, especially like as me, it's a lot of stuff that's just dismissed outright. You feel me? It just is like, and I know, like, intellectually it's not intentional. I know they're going off of their programming to try to get us to a place, but it's very dismissive when this is a day-to-day thing, okay? Like, but this is not a day-to-day.
My mama would leave me a lot, bro. She would leave me. My brother had his father. He can go to his father, to his grandmother, them house. My mama, for some reason, she was kept me there. And
it don't always work.
A lot of times. People don't realize my mama left me outside one day, dog, when I was like 3 or 4, bro. My mama pulled off on me, bro, with a dude in a truck, and I'm running behind the truck crying. And it's like 9:30 at night, and I'm like, mama. She looked back. The guy tried to stop, but I guess she told him to keep going. And I was outside, bro. Like, I actually slept on the stairs.
At 4 years old.
Came out. I don't want to say that no bitch. The neighbor came out and she let me in her house. She let me in her house, Miss Cuddy.
That's deep, man.
You know how long that man was carrying that pain?
Yeah, Miss Cuddy let me in, bro. She gave me something to eat. She gave me a bath. She told my mama, she said, your mama wrong. She said, but you're gonna be all right one day. She said, you're strong. No, I still love my mama though.
And the reason he was able to get that out is because he felt comfortable with the people who was talking that and brought that out of him. You see? A lot of us don't feel comfortable in front of a therapist to bring that out. You know, sometimes it's easier to bring that out with people like from not a similar background, or from people who are maybe experienced something similar, or people that understand that pain, right? And having to hold on to that pain for so long and bury that pain because that's your mom. You can't hate your mom, but that's traumatic, right? And as a black man, whenever you speak on some of the trauma, right, that you went through growing up, even when you do it in a humorous way, sometimes people can look at it as if you're attacking your mom. Like, I made a video last week about like my mom's boyfriends and stuff, right? And it wasn't like I wasn't shitting on my mom or nothing like that, but my uncle go to her like, did you see his video and all that bullshit? And it's like, bro, the video was in a negative video about her, and she don't even look at it like my mom completely supports what I do here. I'll just let y'all know that. But to let that out, to be comfortable enough to let that out, I personally feel more comfortable letting some of that stuff out here and letting out some of my emotions here than I ever have sitting in front of a therapist. I've gotten out more of my repressed bullshit here, sitting here comfortable, just looking into this camera, than I have sitting in front of a counselor or talking to a counselor, you see? And I'm not saying that the counselors haven't helped, because the counselors have in the past, pointed out the fact that I'm how can I put this? Have helped me understand that I am in control of my anger, right? And despite everything that has happened, like I have a right to my anger. But what therapy I don't think addresses is there is no conclusion. You are built off of the trauma that you grew up with, even if it's minute trauma. You are who you are because of that trauma. You are who you are because you struggled. You are who you are. And it doesn't make it right, but you are who you are because of it. You can recognize it, but I don't think you should. I don't think it's healthy to live in it. You have to recognize it, and then you have to build from it and move on. And a lot of times therapy will try to keep you in it. It tries to keep you in it. I don't want to stay in that. I'm beyond that. I am who I am because of that, right? And I'm not talking about my mom's boyfriend. My mom's boyfriends were inconsequential in my life, besides the first one. But I'm just saying in general, like, I am beyond that for me, right? I don't want to live in, oh, as a black man, every day I get up, I have to be conscious about how I eyeball the police, or I have to be conscious of how I carry, right? I don't want to get blasted out here because I got a gun on me. You feel me? Because that's very easy. Oh, he's a threat. You know, all these things I'm conscious of because of the color of my skin, but I don't dwell on those things. I can't defeat myself because I'm black. I'm not going to be up here oppressed by nobody, bro. They keep talking about like the civil right, all these civil rights and stuff that they're attacking in the Voting Rights Act. They're not taking shit from me. You understand? They will have to take my fucking life. So when people feel inferior because of their race, and I don't feel that, right? But I do feel the weight of it on me because it's gonna always be there. Despite the fact that I don't give a fuck, other people give a fuck. I don't want to give a fuck. One of the very first things, there's this big conversation right now going on about, like, there's like these white ladies that are saying every time they go out on a date these days, the white men that they're going out with are asking them, have they been with the black man, right? And a lot of these ladies are deducing this as to like some type of sexual repressed fantasy or whatever the case may be. I realized that a long time ago that my body was being objectified by seemingly heterosexual men of other races when I would go to the urinal and they're looking over at my dick. You feel me? Like just to see if I got the right amount of inches. You know, that little glance shit that niggas of other races do to niggas when you at the stall. Notice that shit early. I'm like, these niggas is weird on that dick looking shit, bro. You know? Like, that's even before I even realized that there was niggas out here asking, oh, have you been with a black man back? Why does that shit matter? I never have ever thought, oh, have you been with a white man? Oh, that's gonna make, oh, that can't, oh, that just disqualifies me. Oh, you been with this? I don't care. That shit don't affect me at all. I don't give a fuck if if a woman treats me right, I don't care about her race, right? And I don't care about the race of niggas that she done been with. That shit don't have no effect on me, right? But everybody cares about me being in my skin. So I have to at least be conscious of it, right? And it's not me, oh, playing a race card and like, it's just the world that I fucking live in. The dude that cussed me out on that when me and my girl, we pull out, right? What does he say to me? Oh, stop chimping out. First thing this motherfucker says to me, I'm like, okay, of course. Oh, I'm chimping out because you roll down your window, start cussing at us and threatening us, but I cuss back at you, now I'm chimping out. Fuck you and fuck everybody that thinks like you, right? But I'm not gonna let that just make me hate white people. It's not gonna make me feel like, oh, okay, I can't start a revolution with white niggas. That's crazy to me. You feel me? Like, it just makes me conscious that there are people, despite the fact that I may not feel that way, that feel that way about me. How do I go to a therapist and be like, yo, I gotta navigate through that shit every day. I can't be as loud as at work when I'm upset as some of the other people because it comes off as threatening. And it does. When a nigga gets loud, everybody turns. I even turn. I'm like, oh damn, this nigga over there yelling. I get it, right? So these are things I always have to be conscious of. No, there's no therapy out of that, bro. That's just a condition of my life. That's not gonna change. No matter where I go, no matter what, that's been my whole life. The microaggressions, the weird, perverted, dick-looking shit, that has been my whole life, man. That has been my whole life. People making assumptions, the low-key racist jokes, the assumptions about X, Y, and Z, always been there. At some point, I learned to laugh at the shit because the shit is ignorant, but it's a part of life. It's a part of my life. No therapy is going to ever make that okay. I have to make it okay and move past it. I see way too many black men that look like me that get online every day and they say they can't do X, Y, and Z because they are black or because that's stupid. You've already defeated yourself. Yeah, all these conditions do exist, but you've already defeated yourself because of these conditions. Nothing's gonna stop me from doing what I want to do. You feel me? Fuck all the dumb shit. If this fucking world want to turn on all black people, then I'm gonna take out as many people as I can as they try to come for me. But I'm never gonna be the one that's gonna go after them because I don't hate nobody like that. I don't give a fuck that much. You feel me? No, I just had to throw that out there, man. That therapy should be bothering me. And the reason it bothered me is because there was a young black therapist, a woman of all things, that came out and she expressed all of this in a much more intellectual and poignant way than I just did. And she got so much backlash from women saying, don't get her no excuses for not going to therapy. They need to go to therapy. She just explained to y'all in the most elegant detail possible. I can't do it that way. Why so many black men avoid therapy? And yet y'all completely dismiss it. And that's exactly why niggas avoid therapy, because it's that mentality that we're met with. I'm sorry, I just had to go into that, y'all. But anyway, y'all. Hey, what's up, Lavelle? How you doing, man? I'm gonna get on up out of here. I had to came in at the end, but I just want to talk about that. If black men, like especially black men, like we're expected to be ultra fucking strong, bro, at all times of the day. We have to be we playing the game on hard mode, and we have to be stoic at all fucking times, but we can't be at all times. And there's things in this life that break us, that fucking break us, right? And sometimes all we just need is for somebody to listen and let us vent. That's it. You get it off your chest, you good. It don't have to be a therapist. It don't have to be nothing. It just have to be somebody that's listening, that's not gonna judge you. That's not gonna like look at you as fucked up because you got feelings and shit. Because you feeling a little vulnerable in this world. That you feeling like you can't. You know what I mean? Like I'm feeling a little weak today, guys. I'm feeling like I want to cry because shit, life is hard. God damn it. Black man, you're allowed to do that. You're human, bro. We're human. We are allowed to do that. That doesn't make you weak. That doesn't make you less than. You can do it. You can express yourself. You can write it down. You can make a video and say, shit, I'm struggling. I can't do it. Man, I feel like a fucked up ass father. I feel like a fucked up ass husband. I feel like a fucked up ass member of society. I can't find a job. I can't do this. I can't. It's okay. The system was designed to fuck everybody, but especially your black ass. So don't feel bad that you're playing the game on hard mode, because you ever play a game on hard mode, you're going to lose time and time and time and time again until you fucking conquer the game or the game conquers you. It is what it is, man. Y'all feel that. I'm considering firing my current therapist. Last session, she sounded like she tired of dealing with me. And that's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. Your therapist, how's she tired of dealing with you and she being paid to listen to you? What kind of shit is that? Like, you see what I'm saying? When you expressing yourself, even if you're expressing yourself in the same way every time you go in there, you paying that bitch. I'm sorry. You paying her or him to listen. What the fuck are we talking about? All right, y'all. I'm gonna get out of here. Thank y'all for joining me. It's been a great live today, and I do have to get out here and take a shower and eat something. I did just come straight in here from work and get on here and go live. I'll say I'm gonna do that for once and not overthink. Oh, we will talk about this, blah, blah, blah. And we got to it. So thank y'all. I'll see y'all next time. And yeah, see, fire her. Fuck that. She don't need to be your therapist no more.